I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet. I don't sleep much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I'll keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, promises and contracts I used to keep. I don't sleep much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I'll keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, my hallucination I used to see. Contract. Twisting my words and bringing up the past, baby, you know that you better than that. I don't got time to deal with the drama. I want the Chanel and I got your back. I promised that I would've never gotten phone if I knew I would get so attached. I promised that I would've never hit the road if I knew that you weren't coming back. Was it too much to ask for? You know that I had you. You know that I would've did anything that you asked for. You know that I had you. I know that you know I gave you.
Quit stressing. You should already know how I'm stepping. Saying you want love for the essence. This time I'll be the one to address it. No ABCs, but I got that for your efforts. New Van Cleef for the necklace. Being that voice in the trenches, so tell me what's your preference. I'ma keep my cool.
Miami has become the greatest football team.
If you ain't got proof, then leave it alone. I'm on the road trying to keep us afloat while you want space in the.
Oh, they indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you get a look inside Rocket Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Tonight we kick off week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Buffalo Bills. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When you look at this defense, they enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
And this game for them is all about the line of scrimmage. Winning that battle, using their leverage, being the low man with power, to take the offensive linemen and run them back into their own backfield and try and create some lost yardage plays.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. In motion, Hill. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 8. Again, it's Achane. And the defense closes quickly there. They get maybe a yard to the 33. This defense for the Bills, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
44, ready. Let's go.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line.
Hey, get set. Watch it, Oscar.
A give left side. Here's Achane. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Solo left giant. Good. 21G. Out.
They'll run here with a rookie. And he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards on the pickup, but that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Looking to pass. Tua. They set up the screen. Achane has it. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 7.
Hey, someone just over here.
In motion is Westbrook-Ikhine. Tua going to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Go ahead.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Oh, they're changing this at the line.
Turbo 3, kick. Long.
Tua on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On play action, Allen. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
34-yard line.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
From the gun, it's Allen. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Pushing through the contact. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Touchdown! Khalil Shakir, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Now, he's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him, If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Winless to start the year at 0-2, and now they get the Thursday night game here in Week 3. So, I don't know, does the fact that they're back out so quickly, Charles, help or hurt their cause?
I say unequivocally help, because you always want a Thursday game earlier in the schedule rather than later, just because the grind of the season hasn't really set in yet. But also, if they can get a win here, they get a mini open week, recharge a little bit, and carry some fresh momentum into the rest of the season.
Right back to Achane on second down. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Give him 12 yards there. The Dolphins have a first down. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit, because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That was Terrell Bernard navigating his way to the backfield and dropping him for a loss. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
20, TX. Ready.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Open man is Waddle, complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A little tough on the secondary there. In zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else, drop someone else out of the line. The old zone blitz could come into play to try and get that pressure on the quarterback.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now Tua. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
21 G's. All right, go, go, go. Ready.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's going to be batted down. We'll go the other way with the football. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Shrugs the tackle. They can't tackle it. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Josh Palmer, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
First down 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Let's go.
Here's Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
20, T. Wait. Don't look like Zion.
From the gun, it's Tua. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Turbo 3, kick. 21G, 21, Turbo 1, high, Turbo 1, high.
In motion is Westbrook Akina.
32 stand.
Now Tua going to change the play. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
21G.
Up the middle, Achane. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
Hey, 21T. All right, fellas. Hey. TX. Hey, hey.
From midfield, here's Tua. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. That's out wide for Palmer. Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room. Still on his feet. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Palmer with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills take a 3-touchdown lead. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Washington now to return it. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
2nd and 1 at the 32-yard line.
Tua sets up to pass it. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts.
That's good.
As they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
21G, 21G.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That is incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's out to Hill, right side complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
All right, fellas.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. In motion is Westbrook-Ikhine. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. that's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. He's still on his feet. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one on to the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bills come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Dolphins nothing.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Little short pass here to Hill. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
And the Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Ready? Let's go. 21G, 21G.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Ready. 20, TX.
Back to throw here. Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Allen. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
What's that?
They'll run the end around. This is Cooks. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Brandon Cooks, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They haven't put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Now Tua signaling to change things up.
Hey, 21, TA. Let's go.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. They'll have the 1st down and more than that. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Darren Waller, 56 yards. And the Dolphins are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And he converts, and it cuts the lead to 35-7.
The score, Bills 35, Dolphins 7. Jason Sanders to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. So no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. We're in the 3rd quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. He's got room at the 30. Still going. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Brandon Cooks with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills get another 3rd quarter touchdown. touchdown to add on to that lead. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Dolphins 7. Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick
Here
off.
is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on is not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. From the gun, it's Allen. That's caught. Kincaid for the Bills touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Bills have taken a 6-touchdown lead. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Washington on the return. The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Tua going to throw. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
The Bills take over first and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Khalil Shakir. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Dolphins 7. Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown.
Washington on the return. The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and they certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
All right, fellas, listen up. Let's go. Long.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. In motion, the tight end. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Solo left Zion.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Ready. Number 1, high. Ready, team. Let's go. Hey.
In motion is Westbrook-Akina. From the gun, it's Tua. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
20, TX. 21G. Out.
Here's Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Watson, Oscar.
Tua to throw again. They complete it to Hill. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Go left side. Turn on 3. Hey, 21's here.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Washington's got it. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 59 yards. And the Bills are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Down the sideline he goes. And finally down at the 36-yard line. A big pickup of 38. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 36. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready to stay.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bills' 38-yard line.
Let's go.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 21.
Someone high.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Dolphins.
Now Tua. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Bills are going to get the football back at their own 17. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Going up top. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And that falls to the ground incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Allen going to throw. He'll try and do this himself. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their 1st pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Well, you've certainly got to be on your toes defensively when you're facing Josh Allen. He can hit you from any angle. He's got arguably the strongest arm in the business, and he uncorks a deep one here. But that one falls incomplete.
Alert! Half 85, half 85. Look out!
Now Allen to throw. Throwing on 4th down. Complete on the comeback route. That's Shakir. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
56, 56.
That's good for a Bills first down.
Now Allen. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Hey, tight.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. This taken in by Kincaid. There he goes, right side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Pass on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Bills 70, Dolphins 7.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
21 G. 20 TX. Whoa. Watch it, Oscar.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here. But it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
The two are going to try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion no good.
Bills 70, Dolphins 13. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. But this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast because this game well decided a long time ago.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
First down 10 at the 16-yard line.
So Allen's going to look to throw. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the blowout continues. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here's another interception. Fighting his way through contact. And the Bills will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. That one looks like he'll throw here. Allen going to run with it. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Throwing now is Allen. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Bills 84, Dolphins 13.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. One final try for Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Bills, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.